Hey everybody, hope you all had a great holiday. It's New Year's Eve today, so I thought I'd get some more work in. Have been working on the props, got a lot of the internal electronics hooked up and compatible. The MP3 players installed, the capacitive switches were working perfectly. Got the second video display in, installed physical push buttons here and here, mainly because the video transceiver doesn't share a common ground, and the capacitive switches just would not have worked with this card. So had to just do mechanical, and that's what these wires here will do. They'll interface with the video transceiver when I install it. Also had to add on the MP3 player Darlington transistors, basically to give me a common cathode capability so that I could talk to this MP3 player's push button option with the capacitive switches. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail there. Let's just say it accomplished what I needed to do. So all my push buttons are working. I've desensitized them immensely because I didn't want, when you got your hand close to the prop, triggering the thing. So as long as you push the button, you're fine. Oops, but you got to make sure. There you go. Oh, is that the same file? It most certainly is. Well, plenty of time to clean that up. The nice thing is, with this MP3 player, I have a micro SD card, so I can get in there and change whatever audio files I want to put on here. So the show never really talked about it. These are, I know on the prop, I think they're push buttons, volume controls, something. What I did is I printed out a bunch of miniature drain stops. You really can't see that, but that's a drain strainer at about 14 millimeter, and just fit perfectly. Well, of course it fit perfectly because I rescaled it, and I think it really looks nice on the prop. Rivet counters may have a cowl, but I'm not building it for rivet counters, even though my friend, I joke at him that being a rivet counter, hopefully he'll like the way these look, or I may do something special for him. Printed out new bezels, the one that comes with the prop, far too small for the screen, which is a 16:9 aspect ratio. What was on the show was 4:3 because that's all that was available at the time. So I printed out these, which are much larger and appropriate for 16:9, and scaled them so that they do fit. They'll look nice on the prop. I don't want to turn this around because I've got it tied into the power supply, and don't want to be shorting anything out. I'm sorry, I keep moving this light, and I know it puts a reflection on these guys. Matter of fact, let me just get out here. Okay, everything's still good. Wanted to show that got that also functioning. What I still have to do here is obviously bracket this off so that all you see is from the bottom of the screen down, and not this extra 1/4 inch of black that's there. So these aren't finished yet. Some aesthetics work that obviously I hope to get to here shortly, but it's not going to be that big of a deal as far as I'm concerned, because I'm going to be taking my time on this. Just don't want to rush. I did that on a couple of other projects, and it just was most frustrating. So today, what I'll be doing, in addition to cleaning things up here, because the wiring is nice and neat and laid out, still want to do something to lay everything in, because I still have the video transceiver board that has to fit in, which here, let's turn the power off here. I've been very... This is my test board. This is a non-functional board that I'm using for placement, to make sure that when I do everything, this board's going to fit in there, because it has to. I mean, it's the heart of the prop, so it lays in there perfectly. Flex harness for the display will get eaten up into this area, I hope. I hope it's not too long for the LCD, and also for the video camera. But I still have to make room for whichever one of these two batteries I end up using. This one's nice because it's 1,000 milliamp hour. This is 800, but it's a little bit flatter, but it's wider. This is a little bit thicker, but it's narrower, and it's got to fit in here. Oops. Got to fit in here somehow, so I'm not sure if I'll be putting it back here, up here, just laying it in like that, as long as it lays below the confines of the top cover, or really the bottom cover in this orientation. I'll be happy. In addition, in order to use these batteries, because they're 3.7 and everything here is 4.5, sorry, have to use these. These are boost regulators. 3.7 in, 4.5 volts out, and where these will be going is right down, oops, let's get him on here for right now. There we go. There's a nice little channel, just perfect down there. And it'll lay nice and flat. I'll still have the means to get in there and adjust the voltage towards the end, but it's flat and it's out of the way, so I'm very happy there. And I'll wire it back into a common point, and that'll run the whole prop. And then my battery hookup here, which will be a power button on the other half. I'm sorry, that's over on the other shelf. But on the bottom is, as you all know, another single button, and it's going to be my mechanical latching switch that will do the on-off for this. So, forward progress, very happy. Gotta love the holidays. Gives you the time necessary to do things that you don't seem to have time for when you got a 9 to 5 to go to. So, anyways, hang in there. There'll be updates coming. Oh, also, I'll be remoting the antenna. These are high gain 2.4 gigahertz antennas, because on the transceiver the antenna is sitting way up here, which is right inside the heart of all the crap. And also, one of the complaints with people with the video spy gear video walkie-talkies where the range was horrible. Well, I modified 2 radios. Let me go grab those real fast. Okay, so this is one of my 2 breadboards. This is the one that I cut out the holes so I could get into the PROM and modify the firmware that R. Warren did for me. But what I also did was I added the antenna to this, getting it outside. Because one of the biggest complaints was the reception. The range on this thing was absolutely horrible. Well, with this new high gain antenna, it's rock solid. I'll be taking these to work on Monday or Tuesday, and doing some extensive range testing. See how far a distance we're going to get with these things. When it's in the prop, it'll be sitting in like this. So the antenna will actually be down in here in the base, where nothing's going to be in the way. It'll be absolutely perfect. So right now I'm very pleased with the performance of this new antenna, getting rid of the board-based etched antenna that was on there, which really sucked rocks. I think people were complaining they weren't even getting like 20 feet. Right now this is maybe 30 feet away from me through walls that are full of metal struts and all that other garbage. We'll see how far a range I'm going to get on these antennas. I really am praying that it's going to be as impressive as they appear right now. So anyways, that's enough for right now. Sorry for the rambling. I'm just not very good at these videos. But I wanted to let everybody know where I was at, the fact that the project surely has installed. I'm just taking my time, like I did on my B9. So hang in there. These guys will be installed and powered up. Who knows, I might even start to attack the video transceiver end, because that's basically the last thing I got to do, and it's probably the hardest, because on the displays I've got to get rid of the plastic bezels and thin them out considerably in order to fit in here, and still managed to get all the flex harness, because I was stuck with what I could find online that had the proper pitch and circuit number or circuit counts. So hang in there, and these are going to be done. I hope you all have a very, very happy New Year's. Bye.